Good day, everybody. Sibongiseni Wong again. Some of these videos which I do, I'm tasked by the ancestors, people who are the reason why we are here. Um, After watching the two episodes, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna put some of the clips up in this video. The Black conversations where they were talking about African spirituality, I think it was, whereby there was Joshua Maponga, there was Dr. Kehlelezi, there was Rory Sang, and the guy called Solomon, and I forgot the lady's name, but actually, what I want to talk to and talk about is I'm tasked to ask you a question because of everybody's talking about um, God. Um, the question then is for you, who is God? Right? That is what I want to hear from you. Who is God? And from my side, I've got two meanings of what, not who, what God is. I am gonna tell you, what God is. Two meanings. There are two meanings for that. But as to who God is, you are gonna tell us. That is the task that I'm given. The other thing is I want to explain what belief is. And when you listen, especially to our radio station, njengabaXhosa, I will mention it in Hlobo Wenene. A lot of people, when we talk about African spirituality, they come up and say inkolo yesintu. Now we have to correct each other and tell you, in African spirituality, there's no such thing as inkolo, which in turn means it's belief. Inkolo nje is belief. So belief goes together with religion. Inkolo goes together with religion. Tina, in the African spirituality, we have indlela, which is the way. Indlela yethu. So quickly, let me just explain how religion works compared to what African spirituality is in terms of. Currently, I'm living in Worcester, in the Western Cape. So, practical example: if someone comes to us, African spirituality people, and ask us to say, "I want to go to Cape Town. How do I go to Cape Town?" So the fact is simple: as African spirituality, which is the way, indlela yethu, will tell you facts. In coming from Worcester going to Cape Town, there are three routes you can take that takes you out of Worcester. When upon getting to N1, what you have to do is the only turn that you have to take is left. You have to turn left to go to Cape Town, right? And that's a fact. People who live here, people who knows. If you don't know, go to Google Earth and search it and see for yourself. Going to N1, you'll find that there are three routes that takes you to N1. And upon getting to N1, you must turn left. Only left. That is indlela yethu. Now coming to religion, religion will tell you, and they will be specific and tell you, no, there's only one way, which first is a lie. There's only one way where you can go to Cape Town. And once taking that way and you get to what you call N1, they will tell you you have to turn right. Upon turning right, you must have faith. Sorry, you must shout, "In the name of Jesus, I'm gonna get the Cape Town." So in moving right, you'll find those rivers. You move. I will skip other places. You will get to Beaufort West. You move right. If you choose to turn N12, so either you take N12 or you keep on with N1. Going, you'll find Bloemfontein. Keep on going, make it quick, skip. You'll find Johannesburg. You keep on going, you will end up in Limpopo. You keep on going, you end up in Zimbabwe. You keep on going, you'll end up in Zambia. You keep on going, so on and so forth. You'll be in Malawi. And it's a generational thing, like the lies you have been told in the Bible. That Jesus is gonna wake up and come here for his wife or sitting somewhere. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna teach your children also to have faith in the fact that you're gonna get to Cape Town. You have to have faith and say, in the name of Jesus, you pray, you close your eyes, and you're gonna get to Cape Town. The fact of the matter is, you'll never get to Cape Town. So if you come back to indlela, Isintu, you come to the proper way, the correct way, people are gonna tell you, Emna, go back that other side. That way, you're gonna go to Cape Town. So that's where also, quickly, where ancestors work differently. You know, our ancestors are not the same. So someone's ancestor is gonna be faster than the other one, and then upon coming back, they will tell you, listen, there's something called a plane. Go to an airport, got into a plane, fly to Cape Town. You know, the others are gonna tell you, no, take the car, go. Others are gonna be slower, take a bus and go back. So that's essentially it. And before, when I used to only write on Facebook, people used to always go on Google and try and argue about Google. Luckily for me, and unfortunately for you, I've taken snippets about things that I'm gonna talk about here, what they say about them, and you're gonna realize everything is based on Christianity, which is the very same thing, the control that you are under, that you are trying to wake you out of, for you to wake up and see reality. So luckily for me, that's what I chose to do. So I will put the meaning of belief what it is, but on top of my head, it is said that belief is something does not exist, right? It cannot be proven, but you believe in its existence. Though the thing is absent, there's no proof of it. It can't be seen, it can't be proven, but you are believing in its existence beyond the proof that is there. So for me, actually, that is absolutely, I will term it stupidity. So if you believe in that horrible book, I'm not gonna be scared. You can call me names, you can say whatever. Fact is fact, and I'm sent to tell you facts, whether you like it or not. It's none of my business. If you believe in that horrible book and all of those stories that are told there, you are stupid. I'm sorry to say that, you are stupid.
You guys need a psychiatric ward.
Please don't insult us.
No, I'm not buying no faces, and I don't need no friendships. You need a psychiatric ward. You're schizophrenic.
Wow.
I told them, you are stupid. I'm sorry to say that, you are stupid. So, moving forward, the other thing that I'm tasked to tell you about is, in African spirituality, we only have 6 days in the week. Remember, I don't know if I made a video, I think it was a video. I told you about how we are fucked up by the system to believe lies. When it comes to time, quickly, I already spoke about this on Facebook, but it's imperative that we continue to tell each other the truth. They tell you that the day starts smack bang in the middle of the night, and you believe it. That's the word, believe. And it's so sad, right? I'm fortunate to work night shift. I say fortunate because it's something that proves that I don't believe in these lies. When some driver comes from Belleville, they come to Houston, you have to admit them into the yard in Houston. what then I say, it's in your time, the time that you are controlled with, it's already past 12. You say 12 midnight. There's no such thing. The proper time in African spirituality is 1800. In the middle of the night, I say to them good evening, and the driver will say, no, it's morning, good morning. I don't subscribe to them. I'm not arguing with them, but I'm gonna continue saying good evening and good night. It's still at night. I don't care what to say. So the proper thing is, here's a disclaimer here, not a disclaimer thing. That time you say the day starts, smack bang in the middle. What nature tells you, you feel sleepy, you want to sleep. Right. Now African spirituality, 0000, it's what you believe as to 6 a.m. It's the start of the day. What does nature do to you? You feel like you want to wake up. You know that the sun is gonna come out. You have to wake up at the start of the day. What you know is 12 p.m. It's 6 a.m. in African spirituality. What you know is 1800 is 12 p.m. the start of the night. Here's the thing. A day is 24 hours divided in 12 hours. We have 12 hours day and 12 hours night. Your belief, your time. Prove us wrong. You believe also that the day is 24 hours. So how many hours of night do you have and how many hours of day do you have? It's ludicrous. And if you tell me that is 12 like me, then you are lying to yourself. Then it proves again the level of stupidity. Because it's 12, give or take, could be because in summertime the sun comes quicker than in winter, but give or take is 12 day. Alright, moving on, the 6 days I talked about. I'm gonna tell you, because nothing in closer, I'm gonna tell you in closer our days, and I want you, the task is, you must tell us in your own language. If you enforcer, yes, toast. If you also to yes, Tswana, yes, Tswana, Tonga, yes, Tonga, Pedi, yes, Pedi, Venda, yes, Venda, so on and so forth. African people, I'm talking about us Africans. I don't care about Afrikaans and English. I don't care. That has nothing to do with us. So these 6 days we have in a week, yes, close. The first day is Umvulo. Umvulo means the opening, right? The opening, the start. Umvulo. The second day is Ngulwesibini, meaning the second day. Ngulwesithathu, meaning the third day. Ngulwesine, meaning the fourth day. Ngulwesihlanu, which is the fifth day. And then the last day, Umgqibelo. What does Umgqibelo means? It means the end. It's the last day of the week. So by giving you the Bible and controlling you with that horrible book and give you these characters and the starring one, Jesus, they gave you an extra day. You don't realize that that day was given to you to control you. So again, I talked about Google. If you go and search what Sunday is, because that extra day they say to us, what is Ikawe? Ikawe is connected with Christianity, which I don't subscribe to. So it's not a day for me. I don't care, And to show that this day is meant to control you, you go see everywhere. It's all over South Africa. People are talking about 7 colors. You go to church, when you come back, you eat the food you cook. Everyone is doing the same thing. I always said, this thing I don't like it. Why don't I just cry? I feel like crying. I don't go to church. Let me do something different. Let me not do what everybody's doing. That is exactly why that day was created. I'm gonna put it up there to say what Sunday means. It has to do with worship. So that is one of the tasks. As I talked about those conversations on I will have to watch again and see if I can take things there and put them with this video. But one thing that I did not like was when Rorisang said that our ancestors are dead.
Daddy. Whoa, daddy. Sorry, sir.
No, nititekile nini.
Mina ngititekile.
Yeah. Because nithatha into yangale phesheya.
Lobona buthatha bukae daddy. Because you're in defense mode. Ha ke na botahata le di ancestors tsa hao. Ha ke na bothatha le kereke ya hao hore o huta batho ba hao eng. You're in defense mode. At no point did I bring any attack towards what your practice and your belief is. Where you and I maybe see differently is that I choose to make Christ the center of my faith, right? I have never said you are crazy for speaking to dead people. Me. I've never called you out of your name in this conversation. Forget the other conversation. In this conversation, I've never called you out of your name. I've never spoken to your mental capacity. You have spoken to my mental capacity. You have judged me. But because it's wrong for you to do that, because you want me to live in your encounter, and that's not fair, because then that makes you God. And then gonna happen that
can I add a statement on that?
Yeah.
Had the colonialists not come here, what would you be?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know. Yes, sir.
Don't claim ignorance.
I mustn't claim ignorance.
Follow culture.
Okay.
Was there no interruption?
So the argument here, sir, is you want me to... No.
Hear me.
No, I cannot.
I'm asking you a question,
yes,
but I want you to follow me carefully. There's a path you were walking on.
I wasn't alive. I was walking on no path.
But remember,
I wasn't here to experience it. It's not my path.
You are your ancestors.
You don't know the future.
I'm not my ancestors.
No.
I come from them.
Their DNA is in you.
God bless them for that.
You are your ancestors.
But who called me
You are your children's ancestor.
Me?
Yes. When you die, your children will refer to you as an ancestor.
I pray that they find their maker.
Hold on a minute.
More than their ancestor, I pray that they find their maker.
The DNA that plants in them.
Sir, I agree with you. I'm saying for me personally.
Sometimes being a Christian...
Can you give each other chances, please?
That's fine.
No, because I haven't called anybody out. I've been called schizophrenic. I've been called... Because I have a faith point.
You're on a path. Was there no interruption, which was a colonial interruption, which diverted your path into this newly found Islamic Christianity?
First, whether you like it or not, I think Joshua Maponga told her, you are here because of your ancestors. And that's a fact. We are here because we are long before planned to come here and given a task. That's why I'm telling you this truth with no fear, no favor. I don't care. You know, a lot of people I know, my family, my friends, everybody believes and they are Christians and everything like that. I don't care. I can be the only one. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's what when I'm tasked to do something, I'm not doing. So she called ancestors dead people. Ancestors are not dead, right? Look, the body you see in front of you talking, right? It's a vessel that I'm within it. Yes, Dingusibong is saying Arnold Wonga, right? Yes, the name of the body, and it's also a name that I will forever carry. I said I'm a vessel. This is a vessel. This body. It has an expiry date on this earth. We gonna cross over. We're gonna move out of this body and go to the ancestral realm, to go to where you belong. So not to dwell quickly on that, I just want to tell you, I don't know what, I did not Google what death is or dead, what it means, but she called our ancestors dead people. And I'm telling you that ancestors are not dead. How can they be dead? They are not dead. First things first, all of us, we are spirit. And what spirit is energy. You can go and Google energy. I think when you Google energy, this part is going to be down there. It's not going to be the first thing you see. Energy can never be created, can never be destroyed. It always comes into and out of form. So when I told you that we are brought here by our ancestors, it's another form. I'm coming into form. When this body ceases to exist or it expires, which you call the body died, the body is dead, the spirit goes back where it's supposed to go. So you're going into another form. into and out of form. You go into another form. This is just another form to see this body. So having said that, ngesixhosa, when we talk about mhlambe a person who died, we say umntu uswelekile. What does ukusweleka means? I'm gonna say it also in Isitswana. Utlogaitsi. What does that mean? Ukusweleka is lo mntu, this spirit siyaswela, we still need it. Siswele sona, right? We still need the spirit. Siswelekile, uswelekile, meaning this person is still needed.
It goes to where we want it to go. We're not saying I'm worshipping my great-grandmother because she's the god of the family. She's not. So just because I do that, I'm not Christian enough, because I would start with my clan name and go down and say, and then, God, please aid me in this situation. So you're saying if I look to those people without saying, our Father who art in heaven first, what, I'm wrong?
Now, who do they believe in?
They believed in God.
Which God?
Their God.
Who is their God?
Yes, there's only one God. Don't try to confuse us. There's only one God.
There's no one God. That's why we have so many religions. That's why we have so many beliefs, because there's
so
no
you want to
one
say
God.
Jewish people and all those people, they have a different God?
We try to convince ourselves that we all believe in one God, but that's not the case.
No, you think we don't know who we're praying to.
Biblically.
Fortunately, in African spirituality, if you want some clarity and stuff like that, you can go and consult with a traditional healer or a medium. There's a show on TV, Idlozilamu. There's a medium there, Utembi. You can watch that also to understand what I mean. If you want to ask, is a particular thing that you need drastically, quickly, about the person who crossed over, you can do that, because umuntu uswelekile in Setswana utlogaitsi, right? Watlogagala, right? Look, I'm not Tswana, but I'm gonna do my best not to mess it up. Ria mutloga, we still need that person, and right, the person knows that, the spirit knows that. But the other stuff that you can talk about when you cross over, are you welcome straight into the realm, or here's something I want to explain quickly. Yes. Nice that I came to that. When you go over,
I wouldn't want to put endanger my life. So sometimes I think visiting him would be some sort of like endangering my life.
I don't mind visiting you. And can I tell you why I wouldn't mind visiting you? And I think the argument is always just interesting, being in a room where people have their faith and what they practice in their lives, right? I have never visited, spoken, seek counsel from an ancestor, and I will never do it. But the schizophrenic me says that my experience with Christ is enough, right? So whether I come and visit you, thank you, ma. Whether I come and visit you and I learn about my ancestries and I go find out and all 4,000 of them that led to me, I honor them for living their lives as best as they can, to have given me an opportunity for my mother and my father to meet at some point. And I give glory to God that he saw it fit that I live, right? But for me, personally, nah, the schizophrenic one, yes.
Have you ever dreamed of God when you were sleeping at night?
Of God?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever dreamed of God?
We
or
dream.
Abraham?
We dream.
So have you ever seen God or a picture of God? I've seen my ancestors. I've seen my grandmother. I dream of them. Have you ever had a dream of God?
Crickets, please.
Where is your surname coming from? Your
My
surname.
people, my ancestors.
From your ancestors,
Yes.
which means you also believe in ancestors.
Okay, who are they?
Let's break
Who
it down
are they?
here. Okay, they are ancestors, right? I acknowledge my ancestors.
She's just a person who holds the right of passage.
But you don't need, if you are a Christian, you don't need your ancestors, your grandmother.
Then why do you
to be
need
in
Moses
between.
and Abraham
We
and
need
Noah
Jesus.
and...
No, we need Jesus who
Jesus
came
is
and
whose
died on the
ancestor?
cross. for us.
So
right?
when you call Jesus, Jesus is not an ancestor?
No, because he rose.
No. Jesus is
For
not
me,
an
for me.
ancestor.
Mm.
He
I'll let him
didn't.
finish.
It's the same thing. He didn't die and stayed there, right? Our ancestors have passed away. And if you follow scriptures, you're not going to call. I'm not saying you shouldn't acknowledge your ancestors, Jackie. And I'm not saying we shouldn't acknowledge our ancestors. But I'm saying, why do we need to go through our ancestors? Why do I need to go through my grandfather for me to get direction?
You're not
when I
going
have
through
direct
them, it's
access to
acknowledgement.
God.
There's difference. Listen to me clearly. There's a difference in acknowledging who they are and what they represent in our lives and how we got here, and worshiping them instead of God. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you said you get guidance from them. I'm just picking your words, right?
Yes.
And then you have to slaughter, right?
Who said we all slaughter?
No, I'm not saying we all slaughter.
Do you know why people slaughter?
I'm just giving you a general.
Do you know why people slaughter?
I think,
Pastor, can you tell me?
okay, I think maybe you need to do more research about slaughtering or our culture. You don't understand it. That is why I would say you are misleading people because you want them to follow what you believe in. You need to make more research. Maybe you need to come and visit me. I will teach you our tradition.
I'm afraid to visit you.
No, you don't have to be afraid.
Being a sound boy, I wouldn't want to endanger my life. So sometimes I think visiting him would be.
Now I'm gonna put a video alongside this video about umuntu ongenwe lidlozi. So a lot of you who are born again Christians, you doesn't want to hear anything about African spirituality, calling our ancestors dead people. If you see umuntu engenwe lidlozi, it is because of you. Now I'll explain this. That person umbona is Zamul is because you as a born again Christian, you were sent here to do a certain task and you did not want to carry it out. You did not do it. So when you go on the other side, the ancestors are going to tell you, listen here, go back, go fix what we told you to do, go do it. Now you are forced to go to someone because you can't now live again. You had the chance to live in the physical. So you'll find the physical body, you get in by force. That's why abantu besenza and ukuzamula. I'll put the video here so that you can see ukuzamula in. It's because of you. It's not because of us. We who believe in African spirituality and do the task that we are tasked to do. When you cross over, you become itonga. You are not becoming Idlos. You're becoming itonga. You are welcome straight into the ancestral realm. And now you can also sit there. You can become Istunywa. When someone is born, they will send you Uzobasistunywa salam to, you know. So Istunywa basically is Uma Upahla, you know, summoning Amadluzi. You want them to listen to you. The first Dlozi that is listening to you, ancestor, is Istunywa. Istunywa will go back to Amatonga and tell them, Uti, this is what he wants. And then how will I know that those people listen to me? There are certain animals that you can see coming into a house. Then they are showing you, we are here now. Now when you see that particular animal, I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not here to teach you those things. Then you must absolutely talk to that specific animal. You must talk to it because it's your ancestors, you know. I know people will like, yeah, it's like that. Whether you like it or not, it's fact. So you're gonna become Istunywa or you are Itong. And then you can come also when we plan someone to get born, you come and be born with that person. In your blood, you have those ancestors bangamatonga. You understand? Where now you are born again Christian, you can't come back like that. You have to go. You get into someone as Idlos, and the person has to go ayotwasa because of you. They must do what we are supposed to do. So yeah, I'm gonna put up these meanings from Google. Yeah, as to that was my task, to ask you who God is. Now I almost forgot about it. Before I go and tell you what I know, two meanings of what God is. before I tell you that, I have to tell you this also. I will use the Zulu name because it's the straightforward one. Umvelingangi, right? Ungulungulu, right? It's not God. Yeah, you heard me right. Umvelingangi, Ungulungulu is not God. I'm gonna explain to you what Ungulungulu is and what Umvelingangi is, and I'm gonna tell you lastly what those two meanings God is. Umvelingangi is two words. Imvelo, nature. Sorry. Oh, I must say Togozan Bokoko Namkulu. It's as I'm saying, it's imvelo. Ungangi, it's almost like purest. That is what umvelingangi is. Imvelo. Nature, imvelo, truest and purest form of nature, the way it is. Umvelingangi, imvelo, ngangi, no, imvelo, no. Now, imvelo, there's spirit. In everything, there's spirit. In everything, there's energy. So that's the simplest form. Right. Unkulunkulu ngubani? Now, in proper Zulu, kuthiwa ngukhulukhulu, but we say unkulunkulu. Let me go to the household. That's where it is. I have an older brother. My older brother to me yinkulu kum. Utata ozala ubrother wami ozala nam yinkulu kuthi. Yinkulu kubrother wami. My dad has also someone oyinkulu kuye. His father yinkulu kuye, which is our grandfather. So if you go back and back, umkhulu, womkhulu, it comes to unkulunkulu to ukhulukhulu. So unkulunkulu is us going back. In umkhulu, womkhulu, unkulunkulu. That is linked nomvelingangi. Right. So I want to know from you, who is God? Now, here is what God is. If you ever saw the United States of America dollar, that's America, because they started this monetary system and everything to control us. In their dollar, they have written, "In God we trust." Right? What is this God that they trust in? I will tell you what it is. It is to govern over and destroy. That's the first meaning of God. They trust in to govern over. G-O, govern over and destroy. The second meaning is gold, oil, and diamonds. They want to govern over Africa and destroy Africans all over the world, for them to be able to recolonize and even recontrol and forever control the gold, the oil, the diamonds that is in Africa, and every other mineral resources that we have. Are plenty of them, a lot of them. So there's the two meanings of what God is. I'm waiting from you to hear who this God is that you talk about. And everybody's talking about God, even people in African spirituality space. I don't talk about God. I don't subscribe to God, because the only God that you should worry about and protect it is the gold, oil, and diamonds. We have to make sure that it is under our control as Africans. Not now. We are controlled by these Europeans and these Chinese. We must get rid of them. They must not control us. We must control our own minerals. So that's the task that I was given. I hope I did not miss anything, because I did not write stuff down. Normally I do, so that I can watch and see. So yeah, Longus Bora Boza Enyani. So I'm tasked by amadlozi to come and tell you these things. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. You know, there was a colleague of mine once saying, "Yeah, you can tell us the truth, but you must take our feelings into consideration." What the fuck? I don't care about your feelings. If, however, the truth make you feel is none of my business, it's your business. You are the one who have to deal with your emotions. I'm dealing with mine. There are a lot of stuff that you are saying. There are a lot of stuff that you are doing that really are disrespectful to us. First and foremost, you know, and I'm recently stopped, resigned as a shop steward. When you have meetings, they come and say, "Yeah, we must pray." You don't even ask, you know. You must pray. You don't care about my feelings, but I must care about your feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, you know. And African spirituality people are the most respectful people. People of Africa are most respectful. We must go back to that. This Christianity has come and changed you into monsters. You don't even realize that, you know. And I'm gonna put that video up here, and I'm gonna say something about it. I want to watch it again, where Dr. Ketlelezi apologized to Rorisang, and I think Joshua Maponga also. There's nothing to apologize for. Did she apologize to say ancestors are dead people? No, ancestors are not dead people. You know, that's an offense. You are offending us. You are offending yourself, because you are here because of ancestors, and you call them dead people. They are not dead. You are alive because of them. They are alive in you. You are who you are. You are you because of them, whether you like it or not. So you keep on saying these things and disrespecting us and being stupid, you know, and you want us to apologize. No, I'm not going to apologize. Fact is fact. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. As I said, hit the like button, subscribe. I only have one subscriber. Please come subscribe, comment, dislike the video if you don't like it, but please write on the comments. Write, even if it's Facebook, wherever. Who is God? I'm tasked to ask you, who is God? I told you what God is. Danko. Thank you very much for watching.
I can look at you and look down on you. So for me, it's what is the experience that is real and true to you? And if that is real and true to you, I suggest you sort out for it, because I will be schizophrenic for Jesus today.
Can I quickly mess up your conversation?
For control.
I just want to take a left turn.
Amen.
Amen. I just want to take a left turn. I'd like us to look at, I know it sounds weird, but we are all here. Let's unpack it. Uktwala, if you know the concept.
I don't know. It's what.
Yeah, so it's link in Christianity, because this book was we start tuning. Usufuna connect the spirit salomnto shonile nalesku, so that lento ikwazi ukusebenza ikulalela at that particular time.
There are people like pastors who come to you and say, "I've got a church. People are not coming to my church. I need things to be done to this church so that I have the gravitas, I have the confidence, there's money coming in here, and ibandla liyakhula." And they come to you.
Several times, you know, and to be honest with
you, want me to know why? You want to know why? Because I've never seen African people running a campaign to win people who are in Christianity, you see, to come back to culture.
The same way you are accusing...
If you Christians always put tents and crusades and what, and you want to call people out of themselves so that they come and join you.
No, but this my friend here, he
We're almost running out of time. Doc, your final words.
Amen. That's what I can say.
Jax?
We must all try to respect the space that we all hold, so that we are free to articulate our desires, so that if we do need help understanding others, we are able to say, "I don't understand your culture, can you teach me?"
Bishop?
The mind of a colonized person is pathetic, that we have to sit at this day and age and protect a system that has vandalized and destroyed us to such an extent that we can sit around and debate its veracity within our cultural corridors.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we must seek for tolerance with external forces that are encroaching into our cultural space. We have never imposed African culture on the European system. But here we are as Africans, fighting with each other of how to protect the colonial religious system.
Christians are ignorant. Christians are ignorant in a way yokuthi laba bantu laba, even though bebona ukuthi this thing kaJesu ayisebenzeli, they keep on following it. They keep on following it. Laba bantu laba, they can even see ukuthi this thing of Christianity, it's something yama Roma. We are on the weeks la Queen Elizabeth konashone. You can see ukuthi Christianity, what is Christianity? Not something of which you practice here. That's why nenza ubutsotsi le fufa baruti ba South Africa ni vusa abantu abafile nenza ini. That's something of which is not done in Rome. Bathu babantu bakata ntotsa bathu nithanda izinto zabantu. Into ekungasezenu ekwezenu anifuni. Wena okwakho yilokho. Wena okwakho umuthi ukuphahla amanzi iswasho. I repeat again. Okwakho umuthi ukuphahla amanzi ihlani iswasho okwakho lokho. Kungakhala isibhamu ukudula umuntu ukufa umuntu. Bathi amadlozi amademon umuntu ashuma wakhe amzalayo. How can your mother be transferred to a demon? Umama okuzalayo, the woman who gave birth to you, the woman okuthandayo okunakekelayo okathi ekugeza ekushidamisa uyikakela umkha baphala ka ditsila wetsa inye ukula awupepa. Today watchinja bal demon. Idemon litsebo kenyo. Idemon litsebo. Goba le demon ke ntho ya uqala ya utshepa religion eseng ya hao. That's the first thing about demon. The demon uqala nje kuba demon uthemba into ongasiyone yakho. That's number 1. Kubona bu demon bo. Thina siyaphahla, we talk with life. We talk nempilo, sikhuluma nempilo. Sinoqhumano, we interact lebo philo. Wena sawuko rapela, ayisalo rapela 30 years. 30 years. 30 years. Untso rapela go tshwere ke mala. O sa tlo gona ra o faka mbiza ra o peita ka dibonongwa gona ba right. Is but Chabantu, they cannot empower other black people, but they can empower whites. Everything which has to do with Christianity is right. But Christianity is lapho umuntu. This thing of which I've been, Jesus Christ healed me, healed me. Jesus Christ healed me. It's just nonsense, fabrication, propaganda. Of which it's just fabrication, is serious. There's nothing like that. Umangala pakutibu Joshua, Jesus Christ healed me. Umutu yapeka, umuntu kupalwe ibot, engalingana nami nge-size, cancer, HIV, what, fatigue, cholesterol, sugar diabetes. In a minute, Jesus healed me. Jesus healed me. My God. Who are you fooling? Who's fooling who? Are you fooling us? Are you fooling us? Why abelungu kwabo bathatha amaphilisi bathatha imithi bayagranda bayenza amaphilisi njengoba basuka ukwenza amaphilisi wamix? Why did they do that if Jesus heals? No, simple question. Why? The very same amaphilisi labaphuzayo imithi lesuka kuthina of which bafunda ngayo bathola nje ama capsules bafaka lento lengaphakathi. Sinamaphilisi nathi songothi kanje sine machine evalayo lento ufaka nje into kulento lebe siyavala. The very same herb is what you drink. Then you say when usebenzisa umuthi enilele ngemkhohlwa nina ayinilele kakhulu hey nabo swayibamba nje. Christians are ignorant. Christians are ignorant. Kuyale ngane le uyibona le ngane lefuna usiko le. Ngalendla le ngane lesigakela ngayo ayisifuna usiko le ngane. UmKristu usabethi somise esontweni yozabe right mari ingane yazinyela. Ingane eyinyela. Makatla bensele ngwana ka tlamisa kereke ingane iziwe esontweni. La le sekolo ngwana wa inyela. La dusika e ngwana wa inyela. Ma ngwana o tlamisa sonto. O tlamisa sonto ba tlometsa ngwana inyela nkgama kaka. Abo amakristu bayala best chikolo shamba phezulu kwendlu. Athi Jesus. thokolosi bethula na go thokolosi thula akusikuthi hambile ithi nokuri wa rasa so wa irasetsa not ukuthi there is something oyenzile uyayirasela lo wena mutha o rasela na ke rwa tsama so thokolosi na kwentse tsama ntse nganga ra dilo masenke o bore Jesus iri yes mutho o tswile bese ya gutla ana go igutlang o so itse fela slab tiger bese ya ngena ngaphakathi endlini yenza umsebenzi inkinga yenu ukuthi anthande kufunda ngezinto. You can read the Bible from good Genesis naki murutu ngwana ka ska mpapala from good Genesis ukuya ku Revelation ufunde u Revelation ukuya ku Luka noma ukuya ku Matthew la kuqala khona i New Testament bese ufunde ku Zakaria ukuya ku Genesis akuna la kubhalwe khona ngetikoloshi tokolosi ayiyo awuna tokolosi mo mara wena tokolosi yosingisa dintho iyakulala imoshe emsebenzini muthi uhlela umuntu esifazane amabele akaphuma igazi amaphuma amanzi nako ungawazi understand inwele zakho zivuka sidlekile emuva ke tokolosi ngwanaka yusuna mara kana kwade nguzimile mo Jesu alimona ukhaleile banna
Bungabe kubesi mina bungabe mina kubesi ngirong yini kungaba ngenzini kahle uma ngingathi mina nginebandla ngisho ukuthi mhlambe ngifuna ukuba nebandla uma ngathiwa mhlambe ngisungula ibandla lami uyazi angisho ukuthi ngizolisungula siyaqonda ngingabikho abamukeli ngisho ukuthi ngifuna ukusungula bese mina
into zokusungula
hayi angikho into zokusungula
hayi
nathi elami ibandla
oyilona le
ababukeli bempunga yesiko
okay
uma ngithi mina kubesi kwelami ibandla alifundi iBhayibheli ngabe ngenza kabini mangenza njalo
ngaba wenzi kabi okokuqala nje into ebalekile ukuthi uma uzovula ibandla kube ukuthi kukhona le guidance oyitholile kubantu abakwembethe ukuthi vula ibandla emathongweni ukuthi vula ibandla lelo bandla lelo uzolihola ngendlela bona bathi lihole ngayo futhi ngeke uhamba uvangela uzama ukumema abantu ukuthi abeze la ebandleni lakho bashiya amanye amabandla cha abantu kufanele ukuthi beze ebandleni lakho amathongo abo iwona ayobaletha abalethe la futhi mase befikile la ngeke bebe nenkinga ukuthi alifunda iBhayibheli ngoba kukhona imfundiso ezobakhulisa labo bantu labo yonke indawo uzuthi hayi lento le amadimoni le yini awukwazi ukubiza umuntu engimphuphayo mina angixwayise ngento ethize iyenzeke futhi leyo nto leyo ngilekeleleke mina ngalesi sibonalo sengibe nasizolo mase uthi wena lo muntu uyidimoni
ayiqiniso
awukwazi
iqiniso mina mnewethu ihlezi ngihlupha lento futhi mina iBhayibheli futhi yabo lento eBhayibheli mina futhi ayinginike ukuthula mina ngifuna ukukhuluma nawe iBhayibheli nginika ukuthula mina bhovungana into esuke ngixaka ukuthi kusho ukuthi inkulumo yethu ayipheleli imali ingekho
no inkulumo iyaphelela mnewethu kuhle ngoba ukhuluma nami mhlawumbe uyazi ukuthi ngijwayele ukuhlushwa amaphupho ukuthi ufuna ngivule ibandla mina mhlanga impela ngihlupha impela lento le ngelibe khona iBhayibheli
liyafunakala
usanda ngumphupha
hayi liyafunakala ibandla hayi lapho ngifuna ukukhumbula aliyafunakala ke bhovungana hayi lapho ngeke lapho
kulungile kodwa ke asiyeke leyo ukuthi seyafika leso sikhathi salelo bandla mina ngeke lize lifunde iBhayibheli bandla
vele futhi ungabonifundi
ngeke lize lifunde iBhayibheli
yabona nje abantu abampisholo mfowethu engathi bangangalifunda nje engathi bangangalifunda
ngicabanga ukuthi sekuyisi isikhathi sokuthi asibhale iBhayibheli lethu sibe neBhayibheli lethu nathi elizofundisa ngathi namasiko ethu ekufanele siwagcine
nokhokho bethu ngoba wena kubesi uma sizokhuluma sifakazise ukuthi mina kwafika ukhokho kamama wathi mfana akube ukuthi kube ukuthi wezwa lo into le iphathekayo leyo
mase kuba nechapter lokuthi ngokwempunga yesintu chapter
kuthiwe ngokapheshe ngokwempunga yesintu chapter 1 yabona lo
sifundise ngento thina ezosisiza ngoba iqiniso lithi kusho ngathini mnewethu yabona le ndlela le yesintu iyona ndlela leyo ukuthi nabantu abasho
phela ubese yabona ngesikhathi sendulo inkolo eyayikhona kwakugcina amasiko unakekela umsamo thethwa amacala izulu elalikhona kwelamathongo namanje lisekhona futhi
abantu bekwazi ngaleso sikhathi ukuxhumana nomveli enqangi bebecela imvula abanyukele entabeni kune abantu bebazi ukuthi ngale season sotshala ukuthi babengafunde indawo kodwa babe connected namathongo noNkulunkulu bovale mnewethu mabethi lana uNkulunkulu indodana nomoya ongcwele basobechaza ukuthini
ibhuku leyo mhlambe kofanele mhlambe siyenze ibe sihloko jisayo uyabona
uba uNkulunkulu
mina mfowethu ngazi ukuthi umkhulu womkhulu umenzi wezinto zonke
indodana
yaNkulunkulu ukuthi manje lento ngengizwe ushiwe eBhayibhelini uyabona
ngisho khona nami
eBhayibhelini kuthiwa phela indodana uJesu
umoya ongcwele
umoya ongcwele ke kushuthi yilo owembethele uJesu
wena ngokwakho lokho ungachaza ukuthini ke wena ungasachazi weBhayibheli ngoba phela nali iBhayibheli kakhulu mekubhalwa leli Bhayibheli kwaqale kwafundwa thina indlela esiphila ngayo base balishintsha kancane
mina indlela mina engayichaza ngayo uma ngayibuyisela ngokwesintu uyabona upheshe ngasho mina ukuthi ubaba ngamfanisa mhlambe ke nobani noyise ngithe uyise nomoya ongcwele
uNkulunkulu indodana umoya ongcwele
upheshe ngamfanisa nomkhulu omkhulu kumina wezwe lo bese kuzothi
uNkulunkulu loyo
bese umoya wakhe osewembethe mina ngawusho ukuthi umoya ongcwele mina ngibe indodana ngoba mina njenganendodana lo moya ongembethe walekhehle lidala kangaka othi masungembethe sengikhuluma uzucabanga ukuthi wena uma ungangiboni indoda enomkhaba ende nempande kanti kuphakama lo moya uyabona lonto leyo
omunye uzokubona kwivideo la athi sekubona athi hayibo bekithi umdala nje basuka mncane nje kanti kusuke kuvuke lo moya walowo muntu loyo omdala ngaleso sikhathi leso
mina ngingahlaziya kanjalo mabhube sengingazi noma ngikahle yini
haya phela mina ngikholwa ukuthi akekho umuntu wrong no right hayi ukahle ngendlela ohlaziya ngayo mhlambe mina wami ukuhlaziya ngathi uNkulunkulu umenzi wazo zonke izinto indodana wena imina omunye nomunye obuka le video uyindodana kaNkulunkulu bese ngokwami mina umoya ongcwele lo moya lo esithi mesilala wamathongo ohlambulekile bese yafika kuthina asibonisa indlela ekumele sihambe ngokwami ngiyona moya ongcweleke lo
ayikunjalo kunjalo kodwa sine siyaqhubeka manje sibambelele kwiBhayibheli sithulile sithe tu kodwa iBhayibheli lasiqhatha sisodwa mina ngakuthathela abantu abasindiswe bahlale la ngithathe abagcina amasiko ngibabeke la ngithatha abayizigebengu ngibabeke la ngithatha abathakathi ngibabeke la bese bonke ngibanikeza iBhayibheli umuntu nomuntu uzophuma nencwadi emvunayo lokho akwenzayo kuphela futhi leyo ncwadi ingcwele kanjani leyo ncwadi
ingenalo iqiniso ayinalo iqiniso lencwadi
iBhayibheli
ayinalo iqiniso
iBhayibheli nje umpedo ubalekile ukuthi abantu bake bayicabange kahle lento yeBhayibheli bayihlaziye nabo bebodwa belele bayibuke lento yaloko ukuthi kufanele ngempela ngabe iBhayibheli sithwele ngeqobo iBhayibheli kufanele ngabe seyiyeka indaba yalo singalifundi sihluphe ngomlando wokhokho bethu sihluphe ngezinto zasemakithi ekuyizona ezokwazi ukuzisiza lento kuhamba njalo esontweni uphethe iBhayibheli ufika ufunda umlando ongawazi ukuthi umlando wakuphi leyo nto ngeke izikusiza yingakho sihlupheka sabantu abampishona sihlupha ngezinto engafanele ukuthi sihluphe ngazo lento yeBhayibheli ngumbhedo lento yeBhayibheli futhi iBhayibheli alikho ngcwele akho ncwadi engathi uyingcwele la ivumela bonke abantu obhede yemvumela umthakathi yemvumela hayi iBhayibheli nje indaba umbhedo
thina sifuna iqiniso
akunjalo mina
sifuna iqiniso
hayi lento yeBhayibheli bafowethu angenime kancane angenime
sifuna iqiniso imimoya ivukile nje ingaka ingoba sifuna ukuvuswa ngesimo esiduke phezukwaso
kunjalo
yizo zonke izinto ezisidukisile lezi zasiqhelisa emathongeni ethu uyabona iBhayibheli
isiqhelise kakhulu
isiqhelise kakhulu
isiqhelise kakhulu emathongeni ethu
abantu abaningi basuke balenza uNkulunkulu umuntu akakwazi ukuthi akhulume inkulumo ayiqede engavulanga kunencwadi ekuthiwa ingcwele ubone ukuthi lo muntu unenkinga
ayinasi isakhiwo somuntu omnyama ayinasi isakhiwo sendlela yokuphila yakudala yasendulo ayinaso leso sakhiwo
kodwa abantu bayibambile babambelele kuyona le ncwadi wazi ukuthi
futhi lo muntu owayeyibhala waba ungqondo wabona ukuthi laba bantu laba bayalutheka
kalula balutheka kalula
wabona ukuthi bayalutheka wathi uyazi mangafaka lokho lona uzoyiphakamisa athi makuthiwa ngidwengula ingane ikhona incwadi engeseka ukuphi eBhayibhelini athi mangafaka lokho ngithi ukuboshwa komuntu noma ukubulala umuntu kuyicala kufanele ukuthi lo muntu uyokwenzani ayoboshwa kuyinto enhle futhi nalokho uma kubhekene nawe kwenze ngoba ula ezweni uyohamba uyothethelelwa kuphi
bafowethu uyabona iBhayibheli mawuthi ngingakaliboni ngiyathafuna nike nilifunde kahle indaba eBhayibheli bafowethu ufuna nike niyihlaziye yona into engekho-ke leyo eBhayibheli abantu abake bayiyeka ukuthi mabekhuluma mina yazi vele ngicasuke kabi mina umuntu uyashumayela la kodwa manje sekuqala eBhayibhelini ulifundelani iBhayibheli asengayifundi le ncwadi le amanga ukuthi ingcwele akho ncwadi engcwele la ukuthi into eziningi ezakhulunywa kuthina kwakhulunywa amanga sakhula ngawo sibancane ngisho sithandaza ezikoleni kwakuthiwa sithi woza Jesu omncane awuze ngibe mncane yakhula nathi
iyafakwa ngendluzula iyafakwa
yabo njengoba sesiba ngaka nje baningi la ababukele nabasizwa kahle lento esiyikhulumayo ngoba lento iyafakwa bebancane kubona
mina ngiyakhuleka bantu ngiyathemeleza ngeke ungizwe ngifake eBhayibheli bona nini
impetho kwalento eBhayibheli
mina ngikhuleka umkhulu omkhulu angisebenzi indaba yoJesu lo uJesu angimazi ukuthi ubani
avela kuyena kwamuntu engabe siyambiza nisixolele iqiniso leli bafowethu saduswa sanuyivuma leyo nto washawa okhokho bethu bahlukunyezwa okhokho bethu
bafele emanzini befakwa behanjiswa ngemikhumbi bafakwa emanzini nihlushwa imimoya yamanzi nje bafela lapha laba bantu labana bebulawelwa iqiniso labo bebulawelwa isipho sikaNkulunkulu labo bantu
namhlanje sidibene apha sidityaniswe zizinyanyazana sidityaniswe ngumdali wethu esimbiza ngendlela sisithi bakudethe unyama uvela ikhaya kuthiwa mandivula ngikadethe ngenkolo kami ukuvula kwam sizawuvula bethuna sizayazi le nto esithethayo ngokwencwadi yethu engcwele ethi umthonyama ukhetha into eyizijinisi kule ncwadi sithi siyanqula kwizibhele zomvuthuni sithi cama kuvumile makubuyele ekhaya kuba manyanga yethu lokusinikela umqolo kuba thina sithi abafanga koko balele ukujula cama kuye ngabo kaloku abasithethelela kuqamata umdali wethu basithethelela kuqamata ukuze sikhamsaneleke basithethelela kuqamata ukuze sikhuseleke bayasohlwaya ngeziphoso ukuze singamqundisi uqamata basivuze xa silungisile ukuze kwandapho sithatha khona ndiyanqula ngexamagutsha xa ndisenjinjalo kamakwini njengoba sethilo umhlali ngaphambili ukuba nexesha selisikile kodwa ndifuna ndimtishana ndifuna undiphi ihomoya ukuze xa nigodukile uhlawulele uwedwa uzogqume ngengubo zakho ukuthi ithina kanele lakho ngiyobesinika ngobe kuvulwa kwayo ithi homework ithatha kwakule ncwadi asizifunda yonke kodwa sawufunda nje ivesi ezine ithi umuntu omnyama ndimncamile bekusana kuxa kodwa soze ndidine ukuthi ngixele ndimncame ngokulibala ikhaya lakhe xa isithi Jerusalem alikhaya ade aphe langazelele inesithatha sebhubhile abe nelengalenge sithubele engenamhlaba maze niphulaphule ngoku lisakwazi ukuthetha maze nizike sukucinga ninqule uqamata nezigqolisi niyeke iJerusalem indawo yemfazi leyo ziyekeni izihlwele zenhlanga zisunenzela nto kaloku uPawulos noYohana lizazi izigqibo zabo oDaniel noPetros zange banivelele nasemajongweni kaMama balumkeleli xa benishumayeza ngentshumayelo yabo nabo benixelela ngabaseRoma nabaseKorinte nabaseEfese nabo benixelela ngoThixo kaSirayeli uThixo wabo wemikhosi nabo besithi vumani waqazulwa ningazange nimkhazule vulani ingqondo mawethu ningathetyulwa nijongile baxeleleni ngoqamatha umdali woxolo nembeko bhalani nani kaloku ngenkolo yenu shumayelani inkolo yenu yemveli velisani kaloku nani abakugatyana basengcobo nabasedutya ubayeka baseKorinte nabaseEfese anibasho baxeleleni ukuba zange nimkhazule nina ninatyala aninodi wakhazulwa ngenxa yam zange izibhelezeli zimkhazule masitamakusheni sanokumvuma ityala eningalenzanga nimsulwa wakhazulwa ngenxa yabo hayi ngenxa yenu babazitubele leyo nyani mawethu ayiputywanga thina senza imadini ngomuntu awethu amadini siwenza ngezilwanyana isoko kaloku size nomlungu kweli umgwebo kaloku uze nomlungu kweli nditsho nezulu kaloku uze nomlungu kweli kaloku thina umono womfaya esaphila ayakubhubha kaloku thina ilungisa livuzwa kweli hayi wakubhubha kaloku thina wakubhubha uyakwakubhubha kube sisihlwele tamakushaya funa ke ngoku uzuzibuze ke ngoqawulela into uba ingaba na le nto iphuma ngomlomo wami izihlole zami iyazivuyisana izinya zami iyazivuyisana xa ndisima ndisithi waqazulwa ngenxa yazo singangazi nenze nto xa ndihleli ndisithi ndiyayikhumbula iJerusalem kodwa ndingalasekhaya lam masitamakusheni ndifuna ukuzibuza ukuba ungubani na sithi isihloko salombongo liphi ikhaya ndifuna uzibuze ke namhlanje kuba namhlanje sithi thina xa senza izinto zenu kuthiwe siyangcola masitamakusheni ndithi mna xa ndixhela ibhokhwe yam nenkomo yam ndihlala kwisabhabhu ndibize namapolisa masitamakusheni kuthiwa mna ndiyangcolisa masitamakusheni kodwa yonke imihla ekuseni siyawava masilamse sithi asizange sikhalaze sithi bayangcola masitamakusheni namhlanje siyabetha izinayimesi yonke le mihla asizange sitsho thina sithi siyangcolelwa masitamakusheni babethu unyama vele ukhanya inoba wena kulize lwakho apho uzelwe khona uthi uphi liphi ikhaya lakho xa usistranger elizweni
The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people and they want to oppress us and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the big, I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that white people think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek, no more blessing our enemies, no more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us, we've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Well,
so you can have him. And here's what I'll say.
If I have to die to experience heaven, I don't need that religion. Anyone who tells me that I should be content with accepting hell on earth when the white man has his heaven here, and the Chinese man has his heaven here, and the Arab and East Indian has his heaven here, and they're even building their heaven in my ghetto, and you're telling me I got to die in order to experience what they are getting right now? Every black church in America has their money in a white bank. It is the white banks that are funding the regentrification ethnic cleansing movement. And they give loans to white land developers and businesses and entrepreneurs to come into the ghetto where the church is located, buy up all the property, and force grandma out on the street homeless. And lo and behold, grandma had to finally face the reality that it was your Jesus money that put your ass on the street.
Hello again. Now this one, a lot of you are gonna be angry, don't like it, and well, I don't care. It's the truth. Now I'm gonna say it very slowly. Your Jesus that you try to force us to love and tell us all sorts of many things about your Jesus. Get this. Your Jesus is a bastard. I repeat again. Your Jesus is a bastard. Number two, the very same Jesus of yours that is a bastard. What is he again? He is a motherfucker. I repeat again. Your Jesus you try to force on us is a motherfucker. That's if he exists. To me, it's a character in a book called the Bible to control. Now, why do I say these things? Firstly, let me tell you this. Stop when we tell you or when I tell you, because you believe in this comical book, this made up character filled book called the Bible, which I call the horrible book. When I call you to believe all that stupidity that is there, and I tell you because you believe that stupidity, that you are stupid, then you say I'm insulting you. Now let's get this. What did I call you, Jesus? Your Jesus is a bastard, right? Your Jesus is a motherfucker, right? You love and worship and praise and insult. Now these two words, I'm not gonna go to verses, but let me tell you this. This is what you tell us. This is what your book tells us. Your Jesus' mother is married to Joseph. Her name is Maria, right? Now your God impregnates Maria, who is the wife of somebody else. What do you call the child? The child is a bastard. That's a fact. Number two, you tell us, your horrible tell us, your Jesus, not only is he the Son of God, not only is he the Son of God, but also your Jesus is Lord himself, meaning he is God himself. So what did he do for him to be born? He fucked his own mother. Hence, he is a motherfucker. So when we tell you the truth, when you come and say we insult you, think about it. You worship, you love, you glorify an insult. You love a bastard. You love a motherfucker. And I said the truth about this bastard who is a motherfucker. The truth of the matter is, he never existed. He's a character made up to control your mind. I thank you very much. I'm going to keep on coming back with the truth to dismantle your mind. Whether you like me or not. Whether Facebook is going to banish me and stop being so. What do you call this thing? Block my account. I have my YouTube account. No one gets blocked there. You come and check out the truth if you want. Thank you very much. This is Sonke, the promise.